The program has not only changed the lives of the Moguls that have come through it, but also changed the lives of a lot of people, myself included, at Ally.
It's all about people. It's all about caring about your business and caring about elevating people and creating opportunities to advance their lives and to improve the quality of their life.
Part of Moguls is to really tap into that entrepreneurial spirit, is to tap into those skills and give them a vision of what they can be.
My relationship with Alani is very special, and I have been a part of her journey since the beginning. To hear what she struggled through and how she persevered, and to see what she's made of herself and the contribution, pretty incredible.
You really get to decide what you want to do with your story, right? Like, do you fumble or do you swim? I decided, like, I want to swim. I want to do well. I want to show, like, sacrifice can lead to success.
Well, the Mogul's original vision really started in Detroit with Sean Anderson and myself in a conversation. And it was all around how we could change the world. What would be something that we could do to make meaningful change in this world? And I remember sitting down with JB, our CEO, and proposing this idea of having a competition and bringing in some of the best minds from historically Black colleges and universities to solve real-world problems. And it's been an incredible platform. I can't believe it's been 5 years and what has happened to this program in that time. But it really started with those simple conversations and those simple words.
Ally has been a long-term partner of TMCF for many, many years, over 15 years. And it's just been an amazing partnership to see how it's developed into something that is really significant, that's very important to the community. We have been very intentional about, bringing in HBCU students, bringing in 60 students and teams of 4, and making sure that they are engaging in a real, robust competition. And we've been preparing them, so this just didn't happen over 2 days or 3 days. It's been a long process. It's been several days where the students have actually come into Charlotte and worked with teams and preparing, and we have coaches here to get them ready for their pitch competitions, and that has created a community.
At Ally, we have this mission of doing it right, not being scared to do the hard work, to not talk about the work that we're doing, but just to get in the community and do it.
They're building a business plan, but they're taking all the things that they're learning, and we're opening their minds as well, because they're getting experiences across industries. Instead of just staying in one industry or in one lane, they're getting a chance to be on a team in an industry that they may not have thought about, but also they may be the CFO for that team, even though they're not a finance major.
Ally is truly invested in the students, right? And it shows through the culture, through the immersion, through the programming. And these students have an opportunity to really connect with C-suite executives, to product designers and directors here at Ally, to individuals that's wanting to come in and just volunteer to be a part of this program. And that's something that we just do not see.
I'm Andre Wilkes. I'm from Detroit, the west side of Detroit, to be exact. I attended Howard University, and I graduated in 2023. I was a part of the 2021 year of Moguls in the Making, where the Howard team won 2nd place, and I won MVP presenter.
I'm Nalani Kelly March, and I'm from Malibu, California. I graduated from FAMU in 2020, and I participated in Moguls in 2019.
My name is Damari Turner, graduate from North Carolina A&T State University. I graduated in 2020. I was a part of the 2019 Moguls in the Making class.
My name is Chaz Holder, and I graduated from the Alabama A&M University in spring 2022, and I attended Moguls in the Making in fall 2020.
Without HBCUs, there would be no Black middle class in this country. 80% of all Black doctors in our country graduated from an HBCU. 50% of Black lawyers graduated from an HBCU. So you look at that and look at those stats, and you see they only represent 3% of all colleges and universities in the country. 3%. There are more than 4,000 colleges and universities in the country, and less than 3% of those institutions, 101, are HBCUs, and you can see that, you can hear that, see the impact that they have in this country and the impact that they're having for all Americans. So these institutions are historic, and they will always play a critical role in moving this country forward in a very strategic and deliberate way.
So I chose A&M because I went on a college tour when I was in high school, and something about A&M, it just stuck out. My overall takeaway from A&M was that it's important to build a community and get to know the people that you're around, because those are the people that will take care of you when things get hard. So while in college, I needed help with scholarships and those resources. So I went to the TMCF website and was looking for scholarships and saw the Moguls in the Making program. And so I applied for it, got into it, and things just went from there. Doing the pitch competition virtually was different, to say the least. Our assignment was nutrition and food for the city of Detroit. My team consisted of 5 members, 4 of which who had pitched before, and I was kind of the newbie. Being an engineer and not being familiar with pitching, I was the numbers guy. So I ran the numbers for our entire project. How much would it cost? How much would it cost to sustain it? And whenever we had questions about numbers, they would just look at me. We literally worked through the entire day doing research, coming up with ideas, just having sessions like, yeah, what can we do? How can we make this better? So we just knew that we was probably gonna win this.
Because of my experience in Ally, I was able to find my passion in giving back to Black and brown demographics. I attended North Carolina A&T State University because it's the #1 HBCU, and they had a great technology program. My experience at North Carolina A&T was amazing. The best decision I can honestly say I made in my life. HBCUs are very important. I think it gives Black and brown students the opportunity to not only feel comfortable, but express themselves and give them an opportunity to be successful moving forward after college. What I learned through Moguls is coming up with a concept in such a short time frame, right? Just sleepless nights for 72 hours. So just figuring out how can we come up with a solution that we could present to our target audience and make it make sense.
When we think about motivation, just like why I did what I did, just growing up with a single mom that's been on welfare, that struggled immensely, not because she couldn't figure it out, she just had a lot of kids. I decided to attend FAMU partly because my mom went to Tuskegee and she was a proud graduate, so kind of wanted to keep that like HBCU experience in the family. I majored in business administration, and we didn't actually have like a real estate major, so I took all my classes like that helped me have a focus in real estate. Growing up homeless, not having a stable place to be, that really inspired me to learn about real estate. Like, what do I need to do to get it? How can I use it as a tool for generational wealth building? I think that really just motivated me and gave me the drive to pursue that industry. I think the importance of Moguls in the Making is just to bring diversity, to give opportunity to people that necessarily can't get it somewhere else. Like, I think the program was amazing. Like, it's the reason why I'm where I am today. It has impacted my relationships, the people I was able to meet and just grow with.
I chose Howard initially because I wanted to go to the best school, but I knew I wouldn't be comfortable at a PWI. So I chose kind of the nexus of both. I was a part of student government, a freshman organization called the Manuel George Washington Carver, which was community service-based, freshman leadership academy. Off campus, I did a lot of internships across sectors. I worked in government, nonprofit, and now the private sector in an effort to see how those all blend and empower each other, but I really was trying to find opportunity gaps. I found out about Moguls in the Making through my mentor in the Midnight Golf program back in Detroit. It's a college preparation program, but one of our mentors, he helped develop the Moguls in the Making program, our mentor, Demetrius Scott. He's over the financial literacy program at Ally. He told us about the opportunity not only for the scholarship money, but to learn how to pitch and learn how to make a case. I was in a moment in my life where I was finding politics wasn't really working for the issues I was trying to solve, and I needed something to produce direct relief, in which I later found out was social entrepreneurship through both the competition and my master's program. But I saw you had to pitch the competition through a social lens, so I thought it was perfect at the time. Doing my first competition was scary. It was exciting. I felt like I was picking up a new skill, and it was a field that I wanted to learn and master and see if I had a fighting chance in it. And so I was kind of using that competition to see if I could do this business thing. I had a clear motivation coming into the competition. My mama needed to move. They needed a new house by the time the competition was over. And so I had a clear goal. I had something I had to do, and that's what my eyes were set on the whole time.
The feeling of winning was great. It just felt like our work was rewarded and that we got what we were deserving from the competition. In addition to the prize package we got from winning the competition, Ally continued to show up and show out for me. About 2 weeks after the Moguls in the Making competition, I was involved in a nearly fatal car accident that left me in the hospital for about 3 weeks. Ally supported me and my family throughout that entire time. They helped my mother out, who came straight to Alabama to support me through the accident. And Ally just continued to show up and continue to have my back throughout the entire recovery process. You know, we know Ally cares.
When I hear about Chaz, and I just heard that story when our team members heard it, when Chaz shared it with the world. And that right there said a lot about this great company. It said that they weren't looking for any attention. They were just doing what was right. And when I heard that they took care of the mother and they took care of the family without even letting anyone know about it, it says so much about what they stand for and their core values in terms of supporting each other and supporting the community.
A big motivator for me to accept the internship with Ally was the way that they were able to support me through the accident before I even accepted the internship. So during the internship, my team and I were responsible for solving a problem at Ally with the internal team. And so we were charged with helping provide the culture of the company to new hires and those at Ally currently. It helped me be able to think outside the box and do human-centered thinking. I didn't know how my skills would apply to the internship, but they made sure that I was comfortable and that I was able to use what I know and what I had been taught effectively during the internship.
So I received $5,000 in total from placing second in the Moguls in the making competition. That went straight to my tuition. I didn't have any scholarship money coming into college, so all the scholarship money I can get from wherever, I was trying to get it. In addition to the scholarship money, I was able to receive an internship opportunity with Ally, working in their innovation lab at TM Studios. We were given a task to come up with an innovative way to help teach financial literacy to Title I middle school students. And I think that's where it really clicked for me that I do have a passion for giving back to Black and brown demographics, seeing how a lot of us, when I say us, Black and brown, minority demographics, you know, we aren't taught as much, you know, when it comes to financial literacy growing up. So I knew that, okay, that's kind of the lane that I maybe want to go towards. So, I mean, all the relationships that I formed and built, you know, while doing my internship experience, I mean, it was just more motivation, more fuel for me.
I have coached Amari often as he got into high school and college mostly, and helping him really try to find his path and what he wanted to do, and you know, how to get connected and network and really, you know, build his brand. And his humility, his focus, his innate leadership also is something that, and his ability to build relationships. He built relationships very quickly here, and performance is something that he is very in tune to, and making sure that he can perform at the highest levels.
To see like you create an idea, develop it, and then pitch it, and then win, I think that just helps you gain a different level of confidence in the ideas you think up. And not a lot of people are able to execute. People have great ideas all day. So this really allowed you to like learn yourself, learn the process, and that's something that I'll always take with me. So for me, I had used the money to, I think, take care of like some school-related stuff and then a little bit of real estate investments. I was heavily focused on like thinking about generational wealth, and that was just kind of like a way I wanted to use the money. So I took an internship doing accessibility. So basically my team was part of like, we monitored the code for the digital banking aspect. So like you use the app and you can see and use it, no problem. But there's people that are blind that still need to gain access to banking. I also learned like coding. I learned how to think about people that struggle with different disabilities, and you don't really think about that being like healthy, a seeing person. So expanded like my empathy. It allowed me to think bigger.
My team ended up winning second place. I don't even think I let them finish the announcement that it was over. I called her immediately. I faced the phone toward the team, and we were able to tell her she was gonna move. And to me, it felt like a rapper moving their mama out the hood without the rapping. But it was a crazy experience to be able to take care of my family in the way they're taking care of me, and I hadn't even finished college yet. I think my experience at Ally was almost like a summer semester in that lesson of how to use business for community aid. During my internship, I created Mogul Made, which is the alumni programming track within an embedded startup accelerator. But it feels crazy. It was really exciting to see something continue to be developed that came out of an undergraduate internship.
So my next steps, I'm just trying to help market myself and really grow myself as an engineer. I'm planning on getting my Six Sigma certification, going back to school, getting a master's degree, becoming a professional engineer, just trying to really build and grow myself in the engineering realm. Ally helped teach me to look for the culture in a company and to look for who they are as a corporation and not just what they can provide for you. And that lesson has really helped me find my place in an engineering company that still believes those values, that still has that same mission as Ally to uplift and uphold the people of their community. But I also want to give back more to my community, to be a part of programs like Moguls in the Making, like different initiatives that Ally has, just to help give back and support those coming after me.
Currently at Ally, I am a multicultural marketing specialist, and what my role entails is I come up with programs that help our minority demographics. This includes programs like Moguls in the Making. I love it because not only is this HBCU students, it's high school students, middle school students with my financial literacy program. I mean, I'm hitting all age demographics, right? So however I can be a help into bridging the gap, not only with financial literacy or just giving simple guidance into how to navigate through corporate, right? I'm still learning myself, but however I can help give back, that's really where that fuel fires me.
Post-internship at Ally, went back to FAMU and was on campus for a little bit, and then COVID hit, so everything turned virtual. But through that, I still accepted my offer with Ally Financial and just was like communicating with them, and they had me relocate to Charlotte. My team basically is funding cash operations. So I like to say I'm like the bank's banker, right? You think we're a bank, so we don't bank with other people, but we do. It's important because we keep the operations running. You want to take a mortgage account out or an auto loan, I'm funding that, I'm overseeing that account. I'm making sure that you get the great service that you need, and just creating those relationships. I love finances. I love understanding the numbers. I think it just allows me like to geek out, and it just gives you a certain type of like power. You know, you just understand a world that can be like daunting and sometimes like overwhelming. I definitely want to work my way up to management, be director of some sort. I definitely, like I said, I want to show like you can work your way up, you can be successful, and you can really enjoy what you do. So I think the importance of having a mentorship relationship, it just helps you address your blind spots, right, career-wise. Ally does a great job of that because they hire really great people that aren't just invested in the work, but like who you are as a person.
So after the competition, I decided I wanted to go to business school, and my supervisor, Natalie Brown, wrote my letter of recommendation, but she also gave me that one-on-one talk as if she was my real auntie at home. Because I feel that way about Natalie. We're like this now, but she gave me that professional guidance, and she put that stamp on my application and wrote my letter of recommendation.
Andre is one of the students that came through Moguls that, was a shining star when he first got here. And he's passionate about this work around philanthropy, social justice, economic mobility, which is something I'm also passionate about. So we share in those passions. And I just think it worked. This was an amazing program for him to shine.
Right now, I'm at the University of Southern California's Marshall School of Business doing my master's in social entrepreneurship. Because I never knew this field existed before the competition, it feels novel. It feels like I'm creating something new, not only for myself, but for the world. Social entrepreneurship is still a developing field, and they even tell us day to day, we are contributing to that development. I'm creating a new way of change, and where I felt I couldn't affect it that way through policy or through law. I'm doing my master's, but I'm also interning through a program called HBCU in LA at both the NAACP Hollywood Bureau and a PR firm called Sunshine Sachs. So at the Hollywood Bureau, I've been with the NAACP since I was a freshman in high school, but here I get to help produce the national convention, handle any talent, but we're also doing everything behind the scenes. The NAACP is a nonprofit at heart, and I think my master's helps with the nonprofit realm. But at Sunshine Sachs, that's strictly PR. I'm working award shows, I'm doing media kits, media lists, anything representative of that world. I feel like I had a full-fledged boot camp in both sides of the camera, both behind it and in front. I never wanted to be an entrepreneur. It wasn't until the competition into the program combined that I thought maybe I could do this. I always thought I would take the entrepreneurial skills and transfer them somewhere and be an entrepreneur. But it's not seeming too hard now. It doesn't seem too hard of a goal anymore. I know entertainment and media is the biggest tool for translating social messages, especially to a demographic reflective of my own. And so I wanted to utilize that intersection first because I know it's the most powerful, but also because that's where my passion is and that's where the fun is. So 2 birds in 1 stone.
I think Moguls in the Making is just electrifying. The students change us just as much as we're changed by them. We are so inspired by the level of talent that comes out of historically Black colleges and universities. When you see the output and when you see the students come here and the work that we're doing to change them, makes you want to continue to do the work that much more.
I hope in the next 5 years we continue to make this program even greater than it is today, still having our collaborative partners, maybe some new partners along the way, and that students at HBCUs can see that Ally is an ally for them, and certainly in tune with the culture on an HBCU campus.
Thank you, Ally, for everything you've done for me. Thank you, JB, for fostering the culture at Ally. Thank you, Kyle, for supporting me through the internship and afterward. Thank you, Natalie, for supporting me and my family. And thank you to everyone at Ally who continues to make it possible.
Thank you, Ally, for giving me the opportunity to find my purpose in life, which is giving back to my community.
Thank you, Ally, for the opportunity just to do something different. Thank you for allowing me to be part of a program that changed my life completely. It was a paradigm-shifting experience, so thank you.
When it's all said and done, thank you, Ally, for changing my life.